Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Spilled Milk. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, we hope you enjoy the video. And if you're just listening, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, question. What's your favorite Vine of all time? If you had to pick one.
Dude, that's a tough question.
Purse just laid on like 4, so.
I feel like I suddenly can't remember like any Vines ever.
I like the one where he's singing in the bus. What are you, 6? 6 inches deep in your mom.
What about Shathid?
Oh, that one's good. That one's good too. Shithead? It's Shathid.
It's Shathid. It's Shathid. I think my favorite all time's got to be Free Shavakadu. When I was like 12, I was dying.
That one does go pretty hard. It definitely does.
What about the one with the kid where he's like running around in the backyard and the mom's like, "What do you have?" And he's like, "A knife."
I never really thought that was funny.
Really?
I'll giggle.
Yeah.
I think it has some humor.
I'll blow some air out of my nose.
Yeah, what a stupid idea, Kendall.
Fuck you guys.
That's really rude. Have you guys seen the guy? His name was Brandon like Calvillo or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that dude produced some funny Vines too.
Yeah.
He made some TikToks and he popped up on my TikTok, but he's kind of, I don't think he's as funny anymore.
What was his name?
It's like Brandon Calvillo or
Is he the one who had that little white dog?
Oh, I have
Quincy?
no idea. Oh, I don't know. I just know his name and like what he looks like. That's it.
Actually, I think I know who you're talking about.
He hung out with David Dobrik a lot.
You know Big Nick?
Yeah.
Have you seen him on TikTok recently?
Not recently.
Dude, he's like a born-again Christian.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he like makes like Christian rap music now.
Oh, sheesh.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my gosh, Dirty Dom.
Oh.
He was an Amazon driver for a little bit.
Oh, really?
And he got caught like on some Ring doorbell, like stealing a package or something like that while working for Amazon.
That was fake.
Oh, it was?
That was fake. He was doing it for the clout.
Oh, I was like, sheesh.
Yeah, but he did fall off the face of the earth.
Well, yeah, because David Dobrik stopped filming with him, and then all the accusations came out. And...
Yeah.
I never watched him. I don't even know.
Oh, really?
No.
There was my freshman year, I literally, for like a good 3 or 4 days, just watched all of his vlogs. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're 4 minutes, so I'd plow through like 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Just like back to back to back to back. They are funny. Those vlogs, highly recommend. You haven't seen any of them?
Mm-mm. I never really watched David Dobrik either.
His vlogs were just 4 minutes and 20 seconds of joy.
Yeah. I just never really watched vlogs. I wasn't.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But his vlogs were different. They weren't like vlogs. Yeah. They were like him doing fun, stupid shit all the time.
Yeah. Or like he did like a science experiment in his backyard and stuff like that. And
yeah, I really only watched some of his Vines like when he was dating Liza Koshy.
Yeah.
But
she, in the new Transformers movie, she plays a character. She like voices a Transformer.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
And I didn't know that. I just like looked up. I heard one voice and I was like, who is that? And it turns out Pete Davidson is one, and then Liza Koshy is another one. Yeah, it was really weird. But David Dobrik's podcast too is actually really fun to listen to.
Does he still drop podcasts?
No, it's been since like
April
of last year.
Yeah,
like it's been a good amount of time since anything was dropped.
Is that because of all the drama that happened? All the allegations?
I think so.
Stuff?
Well, the allegations, but then also the stuff that happened with like Jeff and stuff, how he like got hurt. He like swung from a crane.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
And all
he,
that
like,
stuff.
Tried to sue David or whatever.
Yeah, he tried to sue David, but Jeff was like, no, that's totally fine.
Bunch of influencer drama.
Yeah.
We couldn't relate.
Jeff said, yeah, I'll do it, and then got mad at David for getting hurt, and then David paid all his medical expenses, and then he was like, no, David, this is your fault. Like, fuck you. We're not going to deal with you. That whole, like, group just kind of, like, disbanded. Because there's, like, Heath and Zane aren't friends.
They still hang out.
They still hang out, but I don't think they hang out with, like, Carly and Aaron at all anymore. I think Carly and Aaron don't hang out with them for some reason. I don't know why.
Girls are.
Carly...
I just remember hearing that David Dobrik was getting canceled or whatever, but I never really like knew the full story. I don't
it's all this stupid influence. Like the whole cancel culture thing.
It wasn't
is
really
just
him.
stupid.
He was just like associating himself with like an accused like rapist.
Yeah.
Was he like defending
No.
No, it's just one guy got accused of sexual assault, and then he just worked with him a lot, and and the guy was in a lot of videos, and then everyone tried to cancel David because he was friends with him, and
the girls were saying that like he was like encouraging that guy to like have sex with whatever, like underage girls or whatever.
It's honestly just a bunch of he said, she said. Like nobody, regardless of what people say, like it's the same thing with Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill had a girlfriend, and like they broke up. A year later, like he has a new girlfriend, and he like is having a baby with this new girl. Great, awesome for him. But one of his ex-girlfriends starts like slamming him and like exposing all of these texts about like how he was like rude and misogynistic and all these things. And like I read through the text and I was like, I mean, yeah, maybe he has some weird boundaries, but like I didn't find him like, it's just, I don't know. I don't really, the whole cancel culture thing is just stupid. It's just a bunch of he said, she said. People are trying to just get back at people for
I agree.
having more success.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Some of the times it's like actually. Like,
oh yeah, there's definitely some real.
Deserved.
There's some real aspects to it, and I know that there's a lot of circumstances where it has happened. I just feel like the majority now that come out, people just say a bunch of stuff, and then there's a huge investigation, and nothing comes out of it, and it's like, well, you just wasted a lot of money in your time trying to deal with that.
I will say though, in like, I can't speak much to that situation, but in our lives, like when there's someone who associates themselves with someone who is known to be like kind of creepy and rapey, if you like still hang out with them, I think less of you, and I think that
I agree.
I don't respect you.
I
as a
agree.
person.
Yeah.
Which is why I haven't lost respect for him, because he did just like cut off all contact with that guy.
Yeah, I don't know, but it is tough though, because realistically we don't know, but like if what that one guy was accused of actually did happen, and like David knew about it, and now all of a sudden is like, that's like pretty shitty too.
Yeah,
well,
fair.
the tough thing, I think for David, the tough thing was whether or not he encouraged it. It was that was just kind of what his friend was known for, just sleeping with a lot of people in a very consentful way.
That's why they called him Dirty Dom.
Yeah, but like it was tough because it's like David. Like I would say David had a small hand in it, but also a lot of it was totally out of his control based on what his friend would do and say. But people would blame David for what his friend would do and say, which didn't really make sense.
I mean, obviously, wait, so is it Dirty Dom who was accused?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, obviously he's responsible for his own actions, but I do think, like, if everyone always kind of knew what he was like, and I don't know, it just kind of seems shady to me based on the little information I know, that like after people were mad at David, then all of a sudden he's like got a problem with Dom.
No, I feel like we're miscommunicating. Like,
I do think it's fucked if he knew about it and
Yes.
still like posted it online.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew about it.
I don't think he knew about it to the degree, because I mean he was friends. He was friends with Dom, like way before he even started Vine. Like Dom was one of his like
out the mud together.
Yeah, like hometown friends out of Illinois or wherever they're from, and then they all moved to LA. And then I mean he was just known for being a guy that smoked a lot of weed and just tried to hook up with chicks and not in a bad way. Just like that was just kind of like his thing. And then I think maybe a few times it just went a little too far. And then, I mean, given David literally just like one day he was there, the next day gone. You did not see anything about Dom with all the allegations. And then everyone tried to cancel David, and then it didn't really work out. Because, I mean, Dom's still uploading to YouTube and stuff. So, and they're totally separate now. But, and my thought is just like, I mean, if any of the stuff were more true than false, I feel like Dom would be like totally gone from the internet. Like he would not be uploading or allowed on any social media platform.
I don't know. There's a lot of shitty people who still have platforms. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
I see I know what you're saying. I don't know. It's hard to like explain the situation, but
I also never watched him. So
I didn't either. I just saw the bridge incident.
I'm not.
That somehow he just got past cancel culture.
Hey,
like,
low gang,
within like
low gang Paul, baby.
Within a week.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date with any of the like social media influencers, YouTubers.
I only see the like TMZ articles and I read through them like a little bit. But I don't
feel like I'm really in the know about like famous musician drama and like pop drama, but anything else I don't. Like actors, even I don't know anything about them.
Yeah. I only hear like the big things. I was watching another podcast and they went through all of the Jonah Hill stuff. So that's how I heard about it. I mean, they went through like 3 articles, read all the texts and everything. And even all the girls on the podcast were like, I mean, yeah, does it seem like Jonah Hill has weird boundaries? But like, you're like, why don't you address those in your relationship instead of like everything was like recoiled back, you know? So like, that's the only thing that I like know a lot about is because I listened to it for like an hour.
Anything about the Jonah Hill stuff.
I didn't even know it was a thing until like 2 days ago. Yeah, I listened to it on Monday, but I feel like whenever someone gets famous, if something happened or if something didn't happen, someone's going to try to tear you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree, but sometimes they are being rightfully like.
Oh, true. Well, that's why like if whether it did or didn't. Yeah, that's the thing is because there's also been a lot of stuff that happened where nothing actually happened or in the moment it was totally consensual. And then they see that person get more successful and are like, I'm mad at them. I don't like them. And then they try to ruin that. Yeah. There are there's probably plenty of examples that I just unfortunately can't think of where it is real. I just know so many that aren't real that went nowhere.
I feel like more often than not, in my experience, what I see, it is true. And sometimes I don't personally think it deserves like for them to be completely canceled. Sometimes I think is, but it's hard because I think we just live in this day and age where like when someone is accused of something really serious, especially when it's something like sexual assault, like you want to take those allegations seriously. You don't want to just disregard them or like invalidate them. Like it's important to like really think about them and look into it. But it's hard because for someone like famous people, like we don't know what they do. Like there's no way we could ever like determine what's true and what's not.
Yeah, that's the hard line, you know, because it's like if you don't do anything, then it's like, well, that's super messed up. But it's like how many times are you gonna? It's happened a lot in the gaming industry recently. Like a lot of very, very successful people have been like kicked off of their teams and stuff for these allegations that went nowhere. Like orgs and the police did like full investigations and all these things, read through tech, like everything, and nothing came out of it. But it's like you kind of have to look into it.
Yeah.
I just think though, in situations like that though, even if something did happen, a lot of times stuff still doesn't come out of it, even though it was true. Because like, especially with things like rape and sexual assault, like if there isn't any evidence, like you can't do anything, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I think that people just need to remember that. And sometimes people take it too far in terms of other things. I don't know. I personally will never trust someone who's been like accused of rape. But
I don't either. I mean, I've seen plenty of SVU. I know I know the green flags and I know the red flags.
Have you guys seen that Miranda Sings is currently in the process of?
Yeah.
Who?
Miranda
she played,
Sings.
She like the red lipstick and she sings
She used
bad.
to be like a famous YouTuber. She still
She's
is.
always Colleen Ballinger.
She has like the black hair or something. Or like
she used to like dress up all stupid and like put like stupid
like hella red lipstick
I feel like
on.
I've seen it on TikTok.
And she would like get with celebrities in YouTube videos and like give them like singing lessons, but she doesn't sing.
She's been on Jimmy Fallon, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah. It was very like she was very popular like early 2000s. I used to watch her as a kid and then I stopped because I don't know.
Wait, so what's the issue with her?
So basically she's being accused of like grooming fans who were minors. She like all these like she was in all these group chats with her young fans years ago, and they were all underage and stuff, but she would be texting them and she'd say all this like inappropriate stuff to them. Like I think she like would ask them if they were like virgins. She would like talk about there's this one person in particular who accused her first, and everyone like trashed him because he was like accusing her of this stuff, but now everyone's like, oh no, actually she does like all this weird stuff. But it's just super weird. Like she had these super inappropriate relationships with her like child fans. And I don't know if from what it sounds like, no one's accusing her for actually like doing something physical with them.
Yeah. One person is. I saw
really?
a TikTok where there was a girl she was 16 at the time. She went to like one of her comedy shows or whatever.
Oh, when she like yeah,
like brought her up on stage, and she was wearing like a skirt, and Miranda
yeah.
would just like spread her legs on stage.
Oh, I think I saw
Yeah.
I saw a picture. Yeah.
I guess what I mean is like I don't think she like had like any sexual interactions with anyone, but she was very inappropriate with like these underage people, and now people are mad, and so she went on YouTube and fucking pulled out her ukulele and sang her like statement.
I think I saw that.
And it was such a fucking joke, dude.
I think I saw that.
She opens the video with like, my publicist or whatever said that I'm not allowed to say anything, but they didn't say I couldn't sing. So she fucking sang, and she didn't even like apologize for anything. Like she was just straight up going off about how cancel culture is fucked up, and how she literally said the words, "I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser."
What?
Like, it's really bad. Like it was a 10-minute like video of her singing.
What the fuck?
How like
that's weird.
That everyone's getting on the toxic gossip train, and like she's like she just didn't even apologize. She's like, none of you care what I have to say anyway, so whatever. Like she just like did not. There was no.
She's going Gabby Hanna mode. Gabby Hanna went fucking insane.
Yeah, she did, bro. Gabby.
She also used to be a
Is
Viner.
she the one with like the she had like a big nose?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember.
I kind of when she died it.
I don't remember the like process of it, but I just remember seeing her years later and being like, "Whoa, she's very different now." Because I know she does like music stuff now.
Yeah,
I don't know if she still does, but the last time I saw her, I don't know what happened to her, but she was making some weird videos.
She used to make singing videos too, and they were.
Oh, did she?
They were cringe to watch.
Well, she makes like at least the last time when I saw her, maybe like a couple years ago, she was making like actual music and like releasing it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So because I saw it, she had like a Genius Lyrics video on YouTube.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
She filmed with David Dobrik a lot too.
Yeah, she used
and then David like literally like cut her out of the videos.
I didn't really watch her when she was online that much, so yeah, I don't really know much about her, but
I don't know too much about her. All I know is that she kind of went crazy.
Yeah, it's sad to see how like I feel like all the Viners who got big, they either just like fell off or like went completely in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of somebody who didn't. I mean, Liza Koshy didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She might not necessarily be as popular as she was because she doesn't do YouTube. She doesn't do any of that anymore. It's all just like Instagram and like.
Yeah, but
I think she's trying to get into acting.
Yeah. It seems like she's had a couple opportunities though, like big acting opportunities.
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean, even her, like when I was on Vine, I didn't really like follow any of the Viners that seriously, except for like, I was one of those MagCon girls though. I loved like,
oh my god, Cameron Dallas and Nash
those
Greer.
are the only ones that I like watch, but I don't really keep up with any of them anymore either.
You know what you should go watch? You should go watch David Dobrik's vlogs with Liza. Like they are hilarious.
I know.
Like, they're so
I saw
funny.
a lot of clips from them. They were a cute couple.
They are so funny.
Yeah.
And then their breakup video too.
Dude,
is
that
so
shit was
weird, but it's so funny.
Their Instagram posts were so sad. I remember reading it because they both posted the same picture, whatever, and ended it with like he was like, "Come downstairs when you're ready or to like start filming a video or whatever," and she was like, at the end of her post, she was like, "I'll be down in a second, David." Like it was like,
oh
yeah.
I think they ended on very good terms. I just don't think
I don't think they're like friends anymore, which is understandable.
Yeah. I mean, they were in a.
They were together for a long time.
Yeah. Like a couple years, right?
Dude, those like celebrity couples that you just like get invested. I was pretty sad to hear when Vanessa Hudgens and Austin Butler broke up.
I was sad to hear when Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens broke up after High School Musical.
That was forever ago.
I know, it was forever ago.
I was sad when Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes broke up.
I didn't even know they broke up until I watched season 3.
Wait,
and my
who?
sister, Outer Banks.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you haven't seen Outer Banks? Oh, sad. Anyway. I watched the whole season 3 when they had already broken up, and I had already finished it. And my sister was like, "Oh my gosh, was it awkward?" And I was like, "Was what awkward?" And it was like, "Because John B and Sarah like aren't dating in real life anymore." And I was like, "I didn't even know that."
Yeah.
Now he's dating Kelsey Ballerini.
I have no idea who that is.
She's an up and coming country singer.
Oh, okay.
She definitely has a couple of like hit songs, but
I will say, I think that fans need to do a better job at not dragging people's like relationships on forever, like past breakup.
Yeah.
Like the Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, like love triangle bullshit. Like the fact that everyone is still like trying to force these relationships, like just let them do their own thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking know.
It's just the privacy aspect.
Yeah.
It's just like not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think like in that situation specifically, I will say it seems like none of like Justin and Selena, Justin and Hailey, it seems like neither of those couples really were. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, I think that, I don't know.
Are Justin and Hailey not married though?
They are.
They are.
But everyone's
working better than Justin.
No, but like the thing is like he keeps meeting up with Selena and they keep interacting with Selena so often, and like Hailey will get hate for something and then she'll reach out to Selena and then Selena has to address it for her.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And like, I don't know, the whole thing is weird. Justin just seems like he like hates her, like Hailey, honestly, and I don't know. Like, I feel like when all that stuff was going on, when Selena was having all these health issues, like it was all over the media. Like Justin seemed like he was a wreck about it, and like I don't know.
Have you guys seen anything about Tom Holland recently?
I've seen some memes.
I just keep seeing rumors that they're getting married, like him and Zendaya are getting married or pregnant.
He went on a podcast. Oh my gosh, I forget what it's called, but like he like totally aired out everything that's been going on in his life, but yet it does not say anything about his relationship really with Zendaya, because they both hold it so privately.
Yeah. That's good.
He just mainly when I say like he aired out all of the stuff, it's just like why he's taking a break from acting and this and that, like all that kind of stuff. But he brings up like just like how he really values the privacy that him and Zendaya have. Is like, I mean, yeah, they'll go out and do stuff together, but like nobody hears about their relationship from either of them.
I really feel like those are always the most successful celebrity couples.
Yeah.
The ones where they just like maintain privacy.
Have you seen the memes though? Like the trailer for her new movie or her show came out. And like in the trailer, she makes out with two dudes. Yeah. And then all the memes are like Tom Holland after seeing the trailer.
Dude, Penn Badgley, the actor from You. Also, quick pause. They're making a 5th season, and I'm very sad because I thought the 4th season was the last like season ever.
Haven't seen it. And
they ended the show so well, but I think that it got so much hype that they're going to make another. Anyway.
Oh, that sucks.
Going into
that means that someone's going to die.
That means the main character, Penn Badgley, is probably going to die. Is my thought. Anyway, he before the 4th season was filmed, he like made it very known. He's like, yes, there can be some sex scenes. That's fine. Like I know who the character is, but he was like, on the physical shot in camera, you will not see us kiss or like he literally is only shirtless, and they'll get really close, but they'll never kiss, and they'll never do anything else, even like a fake sex scene for his relationship with his wife.
Nice.
Yeah. I respect that, honestly.
Because the first 3 seasons wasn't bad, but like you're just kind of like, whoa, like sex scene. Oh, he kissed, but like. Season 4, like I think maybe one kiss, maybe, and it was like like half a peck, you know. And so he's like, yeah, no acting, nope.
I mean, realistically, you don't need all the like visual details to know what is happening.
Yes,
you know.
Oh, you definitely don't. I mean, if you see 2 people get really close together, and one of them take their shirt off, you can just end the scene there. You know what happens. Yeah. I mean, they've had stuff where like. You know, people have slept together without having anything taken off.
Yeah.
They just kiss, lay down on a bed, fade to black.
Yeah. It just gets so redundant. And I think that became a big thing, I think, I still haven't watched the whole show, but like with Euphoria, with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my gosh,
like, I feel like from what I've heard, all of her nude scenes and sex scenes, it's just so like overkill. And at that point, it's just like extra, and you're just trying to see her boobs or something.
Well, she's like the only one that because you don't see Jules, you don't see Zendaya, you don't see Maddie.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really just her.
Her character is kind of like the hypersexualized character.
Yeah, so. Hypersexualized, but also the like, she's very like caught up in the love triangle, and the other side of the love triangle is very like. Wall in front of her, very not like sexualized outside of just what you can see. Sydney Sweeney's the one that wears all the stuff and has all the sex scenes, and
Yeah, I've only seen a couple episodes from the first season, but I just hear a lot about it. But I'm glad because it seems like she at least feels comfortable when filming to like be like, you know, I don't think that this scene is necessary.
I don't think there was any sex scenes in season 2. Oh wait, that's a lie. I think there was like 1 or 2. There was season 1 is crazy. Super good show. Highly recommend finishing it. It's a great show. But season 1 is very sex scene-y.
It also just seems like in those kind of situations, not just with Euphoria, but it seems like the director is the one who like makes that a problem.
Yeah. That's how Game of Thrones was.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is...
Sometimes it seems like the directors are actually just creepy and like want it for themselves, but sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I think they just do it because they think, I don't know. But I think it's kind of like the director's responsibility to stop doing that shit.
I mean, yeah, I agree. That was the tough thing with watching Game of Thrones is like you see everything. Like there is zero censorship for male and female. I don't think it's like you literally see the actual like deed.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Yeah.
Like
but they get pretty darn close.
Dang.
And I think it's just to portray the time for that type of show. Like I mean, just say it's also in a mythical world. So like say it was like 2,000 years ago. Yeah, but like when you get like you're getting a little close to the line when it's like you're shooting something like Euphoria.
Yeah.
It's today.
Well, have you guys heard about that show, The Idol? I think it just came out. It's with, I forgot her name, but she's Johnny Depp's daughter. And also The Weeknd is in it. But it's essentially just about like this girl who's trying to like make it in Hollywood, and The Weeknd, he is playing like her mentor essentially. But they have this like really weird sexual relationship with each other. And I haven't watched it at all, so I don't know, but it seems like it's been pretty controversial so far because, I mean, it's written by a man, but like Johnny Depp's daughter, she's like the main character. And the way they write her, it's just like, I feel like it's just perpetuating like really harmful messages because I think essentially like they have like a super, like I think he almost like is rapey with her and like really, and I think that from what I've heard, there's like a really, really graphic rape scene in the show. And like, I think they like are glorifying it and making her character like really into that, and like she wants to be like sexually assaulted and like all that shit. And I just like I think that directors in Hollywood at this time need to like chill out a little bit and like do better. And I also just think that I'm so sick of like a narrative being written by someone who really has no experience with like what that narrative is.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like, and that this was a big thing that came up with that show in particular, is that like men should not be writing women's stories of what it's like to be a woman in Hollywood and like what it's like to be sexually harassed or assaulted or just like any of that. So, like, men should not be writing that. Women should be writing that. And
what if women are writing that though?
Well, for that show specifically, it's not. That's not the case.
Oh, I see.
But I think that happens in a lot of media. Whether it's, and I think it's like saying like if you're looking at like the LGBTQ community, like I don't think that a straight person should write the story of what it's like to be gay. Like it's just not going to be as accurate. And I think that it leaves so much room for like error and things to be misconstrued.
For sure. They just can't empathize to
the
same degree.
I just think it's hard. Like Hollywood just gets so toxic so fast. And I don't believe it's impossible for like a man to tell the story of a woman in a good way, but I just don't think more often than not, it's just not done well.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I feel like I just don't know enough about making a movie or a film and like how much. I know the director has a lot of say, but I don't know how much say with different films. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think they have a lot of say, but I think even like it's fine to have like a male in that kind of role for that kind of show. I just think it would have benefited if they got
Yeah.
more female voices to
Yeah.
give their input on things and like let them know, hey, this might actually not be taken the right way because
Mhm.
it's not accurate.
Yeah.
And no one thinks this way. Like
Yeah.
not a single woman has ever thought this way.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what. I feel like being a director would be cool, but also terrible at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Because
I would
if-
love it.
I think there could be a lot of really, really like beneficial things to do it, because it's like, imagine you make a movie that makes like $800 million.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what if you make a movie and everybody just hates
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Like what you were saying, if like you mess up one part and it's completely wrong, no one's watching it
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
again.
Or that you'll never
Yeah.
hear the end of like
Right.
that
I mean,
part.
to be fair with that show, I do think a lot of people are still watching it. And I don't think that he just messed up one thing. Like, I think like the whole thing is kind of fucked up.
Mhm.
But that's just like one example. But yeah, it's just tough. I think any creative position where you're investing a lot of time and energy and resources into a project that you think is like this really great work of art
Yeah.
and everyone hates it, that's always going to be tough, regardless if it's like film, music,
Mm-hmm.
physical art.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But stuff like that takes time. Like you're
Mhm.
gonna write a lot of bad shit before
Yeah.
you come out with
Yeah,
good stuff.
definitely.
I was listening to Tom Hanks say that. He was like, do you know how many times you go into a movie and like thinking like, this is awesome,
Yeah.
and like the critics hate it, the
Yeah.
audience hates it, makes
Mhm.
no money. It's like, you have no idea how that piece of art that you made will perform.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
no idea until you release it, which is
Mhm.
kind of sucks. But I mean, that's kind of the cool thing, because like if you're good, you know you're good. Like, look at the Fast and Furious movies. They went to shit after 6,
Yeah.
but like everyone still goes and sees them.
Yeah.
And Ludacris said after interviewing for the 10th movie that they made, he goes, "Why would you stop making a movie when you're still making $800 million every movie?
That's fair.
Who cares the quality, because people are still going to go see
That's
it."
fair.
Yeah.
But how do you get there? You know, how do you get Fast 11, 12, and 13 to still make more than 600, 800, $1 billion?
Right.
Mm.
You got to pack it with family.
Yeah, and you gotta go to space again. Next time they're going to the moon.
Dude, oh my gosh, they lost me. They drove a car
Yeah.
into a
They
space
lost
shuttle,
me.
go into space, fly from space in the car into the middle of it. Like, bruh. Little too much. And then even the 10th, I haven't seen it, but I saw the
I haven't
trailer.
seen it either.
Vin Diesel there's like a
Wait,
double,
what are we talking about?
The
Fast and Furious.
Oh, I've never seen this.
There's like 2 highways. Vin Diesel ramps off of one,
Oh, I think
takes a wire,
I saw that
clips to
trailer.
his tire, hits 2 helicopters midair, goes down, turns around,
Yeah.
whips, and it's just it's a little too much. Even the 7th one, bro. They're like in Dubai. They drive
That movie
a car,
was sick as fuck. I'm
they
not even
drive
gonna
a car
lie.
from one tower straight
love
into
Fast
another
7.
one. I like all the way up until 6. Fast 5 was probably my favorite, because
I
it's
think
like
Fast 5 was a
dude,
favorite.
Fast 5 was so good, because they do a bank heist in Brazil.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got The Rock in there, and then that one was so good. And then 6 was good. 7 wasn't bad. 8, 9, 10,
Yeah.
dog. Did I still go see 8 and 9? Yes.
I fell asleep at 9.
I saw 8 after it came out, like on streaming platforms,
Okay.
but I went and saw 8 in person, and I was just like, I saw
I
9 in person,
and fell asleep
and I was like,
before they even went to space.
I was like, bro, John Cena's in this.
Yeah.
What is happening? And the next thing you know, they're flying off of a mountain in a car, and then they're in space, and you're like, what is going
Yeah,
on?
they lost me. It's not a racing. They're not racing movies anymore.
No,
They're just fucking weird CGI fighting.
now they're just like a
explosions.
hit squad.
Yeah.
Now they're like the
Yeah.
world's
Yeah.
number one, blah blah blah. Don't let them get behind the wheel.
Don't let them get between family.
Family.
Yeah.
That's the big thing in Fast and Furious, is Vin Diesel's character is always like, you can't do nothing without family.
Dude, when we were watching the 9th one, me and my buddies went, and I was like dapping up my homies every time they said family.
How many dude, someone said you should play a drinking game.
Yeah, dude, you'd get drunk so fast.
You'd be drunk within 20 minutes, bro. It's just
Family.
in his
Yeah.
deep ass voice that you can't control.
Dude, I love making drinking games out of shows. I did that with The Bachelorette. Anytime they say like, you drink. I finished a glass of wine in like 1 minute.
Especially if you do the first episode. I like when you like meet everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you could.
Yeah.
You could get pretty hammered pretty damn fast.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of like just back to the film stuff, I feel like I just don't really understand the nature of critics, especially in movies.
Yeah.
I feel like people let what critics say influence their opinions of a movie so much. Yeah, like you.
I'm not like, if critics hate the movie, I won't go see it, but I definitely like Rotten Tomatoes is a very good telltale sign for me. Usually.
I just feel like with anything creative, especially if it's a really like unique film, it's like that's one person's opinion of that. And I feel like criticism in general with creative work is just so fucking subjective. Like, and I don't know. I just think just because like a group of critics don't like something does not mean it's a bad movie.
I like a lot of movies that have like terrible reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
I like some. So like me and my girlfriend, we went and saw the new Transformers last week, right? It didn't get bad critic reviews, but like it wasn't great. Yeah. But it got pretty good audience score reviews. Yeah. And I went in, watched the movie. I enjoyed the whole movie. I thought it was a good movie. Were there some parts where I understand where like from a critic standpoint, it didn't get that high of a score? That's fair. Like there's a certain character adds literally nothing to the film. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what the film would be like without them, so maybe they kind of needed that. So I get that. But like, hey, the soundtrack of that movie was sweet. The fight scenes, sweet, right? Yeah. So like super fun to watch, but then like when Top Gun Maverick came out, I was worried that they were just going to mess it up, but it had really good critic reviews and really good audience reviews. So then when I went and watched it, I obviously really liked it, but I see like looking at what critics say about the movie, like I'll go and read Rotten Tomatoes reviews and I can see what they're saying. Like the story wasn't really there or the story developed in a really nice way or blah, like all those type of things. Like the new Spider-Man movie that came out, I thought it was fantastic. It got great reviews and great critic or audience reviews. And for like a middle movie in a trilogy, it didn't feel like a middle movie because that shit's usually boring. Yeah. Like how Mockingjay Part 1 was when it came out. Everyone was like, I just spent $20 for that. Mm-hmm. You know, I loved it. My sister hated it. Maddie hated the movie. She was like, yeah, so much going on. And I'm like, but that's the point. You're going across and meeting like thousands of Spider-Man. She goes, I know, I don't want to meet 1,000 Spider-Man. I want to meet one. It's like, well, then go watch the first movie. You know? Yeah. So like, I'm trying to think of like a movie that got bad critic reviews that I really liked.
It just also seems like a lot of the movies that get the best ratings are just so mainstream. And they're not like bad movies. Yeah. But they're just, it's like, well, yeah, no shit. Like everyone was destined to like it before it even came out.
My issue with critics is there's no scale. Yeah. Like there's no actual like tangible, measurable way to see if it's a good film or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was another Tom Cruise movie. Oh, the original Top Gun. Everyone loves the original Top Gun. That has some of the worst reviews from critics that I have ever seen. Really? But everybody loves it. Yeah. It has terrible critic reviews, but everyone loves the movie. Except the critics, obviously. But
I haven't seen that. Didn't you say you like that movie better than Nope?
Yeah. Nope was good.
I don't think those two movies are very comparable.
I agree.
It's also very hard to compare them.
But I just remember having this debate with you in the car. Yeah. And people were against you in the car.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, so Tom Cruise has a new movie coming out right now.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. It has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 93% audience score.
It looks good.
So like me, when I'm looking at that one, I want to go see this movie because the critics just tell me like the plot is good. Like there's a good plot, there's good character development, it's not rushed. You know, audience score to me tells me that the fight scenes are lit. Yeah. And it's fun to watch.
Which is good for Mission Impossible in that series because I'm pretty sure like every movie has been at least decent. Yeah. They haven't fell off like
I think the past like two were kind of iffy, but like the Indiana Jones movie has a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes, but an 88% score for critics. My dad went and saw that and I was like, how was it? And he was like, Like, the original Indiana Jones movies were really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Insidious, The Red Door, 37% on Rotten
Those
Tomatoes.
always have this.
Insidious.
The Red Door, which one? What number is that?
It just came out.
It's just like the
Oh,
newest
okay.
one.
Dude, I thought the first Insidious was ass, but the second one was so
I think
good.
all horror movies are. pretty
Elemental,
Yeah.
the newest Pixar, has 74% critics and 93% audience score.
It seems like horror movies can never really be like that good of films because they're just so cheesy.
It's the same thing with comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like for a horror movie though, like
Yeah.
that's like a different scale and a different
Yeah.
standard. But I think
Yeah.
for horror movies, like the second Insidious was really good compared to the first one.
Yeah.
In
Guardians
my
of the
opinion.
Galaxy Volume
I mean,
3.
there's only one gimmick to horror movies, right? It's like you lead up, you go silent, and then you jump scare the audience.
Yeah.
This was one that, so have you guys ever seen Puss in Boots?
Yeah.
No.
The first one?
Yeah.
First one was good.
Yeah.
The second one came out and it has a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 94 audience. I watched it. It was good.
I love that movie.
I thought it was really good, but
Yeah.
I don't understand why people were like raving about it.
That's
now
fair.
given Death was freaking lit.
Yeah.
You know what? Shrek 2. 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Shrek 2. I'm trying to like find a movie that was just like freaking mid. You know, I was talking to my sister about this. You want to know what movies just kept on getting better? You thought they would do worse, but kept on getting better? Kung Fu Panda.
I agree.
First one, great. Second one comes out, everyone's like, the villain's not going to be as good. It's not going to happen. Poe then starts flying around fucking with all these metal balls. Freaking lit. Third one comes out. Oh no, they made another one.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as good. It was even better.
I'm surprised they made 2, let alone 3, and I'm not disappointed.
Harry Potter.
Oh, that's a great series.
Harry Potter kind of had mid reviews too, I think.
Yeah.
Some were
I
good,
could
some
see
were
that.
bad. Megamind.
I've never seen that movie.
Weird.
Is that the one with like the blue guy?
Yeah.
The big ass forehead.
I saw that a long time
The Lego Movie.
ago.
I've only seen that twice.
Superbad.
I
Superbad had an
love that
88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a good movie.
Whoa.
Good plot.
You think so?
Decent.
I think it's a little all over the place.
Like
That's just
based
me, though.
on high school kids, I feel like that's how it's supposed to
That's
be, right?
the
Yeah.
McLovin movie,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Inception. What did Inception get? 87? Yeah, those movies are tough. Christopher Nolan movies are tough, bro. Those things just hurt your head.
Yeah.
Ooh, look up Good Will Hunting.
Oh my
That
gosh.
movie's so good.
That movie is so
if
good.
it's rated
Wolf of
low,
Wall
I'm gonna
Street.
lose my mind.
It probably will be.
1997?
Yeah, it's an old movie.
97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
For Good Will
So
Hunting.
critically,
For Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So everyone loved that movie.
That movie was fucking good.
I'm trying to think, what's another movie? The Flash unfortunately was not my favorite movie. It was
you were
very
so excited.
I was. I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I wanted them to be more ambitious than they were. Now, given they were very ambitious. I loved the plot. I thought it was good. I loved just how powerful they made him seem, but I wanted him to be more ambitious. I wanted him to do more, but I understand why they didn't with all the like Ezra Miller controversy, but also like all those movies kind of like fizzling out. I understand why they didn't go as ambitious as I wanted them to be. I wanted everything. It was still good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately, it was not my favorite movie of all time.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I know. I only cried a lot.
All right. Thanks for listening to this episode where we talked about all things Hollywood and movies and celebrities, whatnot. Check out our Instagram and our YouTube channel. All of our links are down below. Follow us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.